And Terry, we're seeing a lot of ice here, winter weather advisories here in West Michigan. What's it looking like across the country?
Yeah, this is a really big storm system, Lauren. It's impacting much of the country, the Great Lakes region over to the northeast and all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Everything from freezing rain. We saw freezing drizzle for a few hours earlier this morning here in the Great Lakes region, all the way down to severe thunderstorms, flooding rainfall in sections of Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia. So this is a big time storm system creating the potential for another day of travel disruptions. Across the northern part of the United States, this is an extreme cold warning that will be in effect from the Dakotas and Montana to portions of Minnesota, and then another winter storm system moving onshore from Northern California into Oregon and Washington State, with the winter storm warnings extending eastward into Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, with several inches of snow likely. Now, here in our part of the country, it is a winter weather advisory that we are under until 7 o'clock this evening. Two different kinds of snow here. Areas from Grand Rapids off to the east, that is snow from the system moving off to our east, and that will gradually be coming to an end. This snow band, though, that extends across the lake into Wisconsin and northeastern Illinois, that is lake effect, and as we start to see those winds become more northwesterly, those lake effect snow bands are actually going to shift into West Michigan. Areas west and southwest of Grand Rapids likely to see several more inches of snow as a result. So for today, the freezing drizzle has now changed over to all snow. Conditions will be improving, but still some very icy and slippery travel, secondary and side roads, the sidewalks, parking lots, driveways, certainly the neighborhood streets, and in those rural areas looking at the potential for some really significant icing still to occur. Breezy, turning colder with widespread snow likely today. Most of us will pick up about 1 to 3 inches of snow. Heavier amounts west and southwest of Grand Rapids as we energize some lake effect snow showers. And then the Arctic air that rolls in tonight through the middle of the week with highs only in the teens, lows in the single figures. In some of our colder areas, we're going to have some sub-zero air temperatures early Tuesday morning and early Wednesday morning. Here's a look at over US 131 in the Ford Freeway interchange in downtown Grand Rapids. You can see the salt has definitely been applied on the main roads, so traffic volumes and speeds are on the increase. Temperatures still are in the 20s, so those untreated road surfaces are still going to be quite icy for the next few hours. Feels like readings are holding steady in the teens. Low pressure center, this is the big storm system that we have been tracking. That moves off to the east and northeast, the counterclockwise circulation, funneling us into that colder Arctic air, and that is going to continue to drop southward over the next couple of days. So we've got almost January feeling conditions that will be with us at least for the first half of the work week. Now, areas west and southwest of Grand Rapids, once again, we'll see some significant lake effect snow banding, while areas off to the east will end up seeing some sunshine starting to work in. And this Arctic blast, by the way, this is really something that would be characteristic of January conditions. By mid-February, we typically are starting to turn the corner towards some milder weather. Not this year. Boy, winter is going to be hanging on right through the end of this 7-day forecast. Not a single high temperature of 30 degrees. And keep in mind, our averages are now in the low 30s. So we are going to keep those temperatures a good 10 to at times 15 degrees below average. And the 8 to 14 day outlook, which finally takes us to the beginning of March, keeps the unseasonably warm air across the central and western United States, colder than average temps from the southern part of New England all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And by late February and early March, we'll finally see near normal conditions emerge in the Great Lakes region, which should have our high temperatures well into the 30s. Just going to take a little while longer to get there.